You can't see it, but I'm blushing really hard. I'm sorry. I fucked up. God damn it. I'm
It's fine.
sorry, guys.
Are you live on
I'm a,
Twitch?
I'm live on Twitch and Kick. I forgot to
Oh,
go
oh,
live on YouTube.
my Twitch thing reset again. Screw. Oh my goodness. I
Oh god, I'm so
really hate
embarrassed.
this company.
Professionalism. That's me. Professionalism.
Been there,
Hi,
done that
Bubba's.
before. One of our bigger videos, I accidentally
Bubba's, get
I
down from there. You're
accidentally
gonna hurt
hit
yourself.
I I was gonna make a video by recording a video, but I accidentally hit the go live thing, and instead I streamed for like 10 minutes doing this live thing, and everybody was like, "Oh, it's so cool!" And then I realized I'm like, "Oh,
Uh,
oops, that's not what
yeah.
I wanted to do." Yeah, been there, done
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. I've been ranting about, me and Sai have been ranting about the whole initiative thing for like 10 minutes now. And I forgot to go live on YouTube. I'm sorry. But yeah, so I guess just to recap for people on YouTube. So there's an initiative was it a citizen initiative in the EU and the UK where they're trying to collect signatures so that if they get enough signatures, they can push it to Parliament. What are we signing? You might be asking. Well, it's an initiative for game preservation. It is to make sure that customers have some was it reassurance that they have access to their product even after a game stops supporting it, like, and they like cut off the servers and stuff, at least like some way to like still have access to the product that they paid for. And because what is it, it was the crew, right? That's the main thing that like started this whole thing. The crew.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah. the I forgot which company made it. It wasn't EA, was it? It was like Activision or something.
Which one?
The crew one
Oh,
game.
I can't remember. I can't remember who made that one.
Let's see. I thought the crew one. Who made it? Oh, it's Ubisoft. Never mind, it's Ubisoft. Of course, it's Ubisoft. It all leads back to Ubisoft. Everything that bad happens is Ubisoft. But anyways, so they stopped supporting the what is it? The game called The Crew, which has been an old title for of theirs for like a while now. And they just stopped support of the. I don't think they really told people. I think they just stopped service, like stopped support for it, and then later they said we're no longer supporting it. Like it kind of came out of nowhere. There was no real warning, or there was a warning. They're like we're gonna stop supporting the game right now today, and everyone's like, wait, what? Like they didn't prepare anybody. They're just like, yep, we're no
Yeah.
longer we're not doing it anymore. Nope. And it's like, what the fuck? And then now people can't play the game anymore unless you own a physical copy, because apparently the game's old enough to have a physical. Wait, is this an online game? I'm not.
It's a single player game with online components to
Oh,
it. So like if you have the ability to play it, you can play it via the old disc and stuff like that. And that's the cool part of like some of the older games. But yeah, it's definitely like games becoming no longer invalid or no longer being able to play. There's no excuse for this because there's no reason to prevent them from doing that. Like every game out there that is certainly older than the constantly online generation, every single player game ever made, every mobile game ever made for your for your Android and stuff, it wouldn't take very much work for them to just let you play it offline in whatever format it is. And yes, there is some difficulty with some online where it's like, it's like a live service type game where, especially where it's like the predominant play style of it is competitive, like PvP. Like that happens, and that's that's obviously crazy, right? Like we don't like that's insane. So how to go about it, what to do, how to fix it, that kind of stuff is like we like it's easy, it's there, it's not like a snap of your finger for some of them, but it is for others. And the fact that these corporations are like, no, we're leasing you the game. You're not allowed to like, you're not owning this game. You're not playing this game to own. You're not doing what you want to do with the product that you bought. It's like that is a huge problem that needs to be rectified right away, because that is, again, that's you buying a product and then just not having the ability to do anything with it just cuz. And that's hugely problematic.
Yeah, like it's been a big discussion for a while now, actually, ever since that games have become more digital. Well, actually, it's not just games, it's like a lot of things. A lot of things have gone more digital now, and everything requires a subscription or a pass or a service of some kind in order for you to use it. Like, it's getting like so freaking ridiculous to the point where people are getting sick and tired of it. Like, what is it? As I mentioned before, I was using cars as a metaphor, but technically they have been doing things where you require a subscription in order to get access to some of the features of a car, like the newer models and stuff. If you want like heater seats or whatever, if you want GPS tracking, you gotta what is it? So you know where your car is at all times and stuff like that. Like you have to pay for a service in order to have access to those features, even though you are paying payments to a car anyways, plus a subscription. That's so fucking stupid. And but that's the time we live in right now. Everything requires a subscription. Everything wants to do that. And because what is it, lawmakers, at least in the US, are so on the back burner when it comes to technology, companies are literally getting away with this, and consumers are just trying to catch up, and it's just so frustrating to see. And I'm really hoping that this initiative, this movement goes through to Parliament in the EU, so that this can be taken seriously. And the EU has been doing a great job supporting consumers when it comes to consumer rights lately. They've done a good job with supporting consumer rights. I think I already said that, but whatever. Anyways, they already passed a law that specifically targets microtransactions in the EU, which really, I'm sure, hit a lot of AAA companies in the nads with that. And they lost a huge amount of revenue. But yeah, I'm hoping that if the Parliament in the EU keeps passing laws that help protect people in the digital age, like it'll come over to America at some point. And with Matt Pat trying to head the I'm gonna just dub it the internet caucus, when he's trying to it's so fun to say that word. I can appropriately say caucus. Not get in trouble. But anyways, like he can definitely try to convince bipartisan representatives to take a look at these bills and hopefully pass it through our government system as well. Sorry, give me a second.
Yeah, it's definitely something that we really need, like desperately. We desperately need this. Like we do. This is something to protect consumers. This is something to give them an advantage over, high, what I would call high end stupidity, like hands down. High end stupidity is where this is at. Um, we want to have success in gaming. We want to have our purchases, our everything protected. We want to have that, but we're not getting it from these corporations, these companies that are just like, they're so greedy, they're so filthy. They don't care about the basics of, like, user freedom and accountability and stuff like that. It's like they don't have any of that. They don't care about any of that.
They
It's
don't,
again, it's really gross and disgusting on so many levels. It's like like
they don't
what do we do about this? Like,
they don't care
ugh.
that you don't fully own the products that they sell you. They don't care that they can literally snap their fingers and stop support of your favorite games at any time just because they feel like it. They don't care that the microtransactions that they put in their games are highly addictive methods akin to gambling to trick children and susceptible adults into their addictive their addictive patterns and ways. Like, they don't care. They just care about profit. And it's starting to make me realize that the statistics of CEOs being psychopaths or sociopaths is like very true, because how can you do all this
Yeah,
heinous stuff
pretty
to make
normal.
money and just like, and you're not phased by it? And then if you actually check out some of the stuff that some of these people who run these companies, and then you actually see what they do behind the scenes, they're kind of weirdos and people who shouldn't be in charge of companies. Like,
Definitely do some shady, unhealthy, sus stuff. Susses. Yeah,
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 some of it
definitely.
some of it highly illegal. Maybe like it's crazy. It's crazy. It's just we've gone so far from where we started. Like, we have gone so far off the deep end. And I don't know, maybe I shouldn't be saying all this stuff. Like, yeah, I'm a gamer, but I kind of got into all this stuff like later in life. But it's like, I don't know. I do have a passion for it, so I can't really, you know, totally dismiss how I feel about these things. But it's just seeing how it like we used to have, what is it? Events, you know? The what they used to call it, the midnight releases. The
Hmm.
midnight releases of physical copies of games.
So
Day
much
one.
fun.
And not only was it like an event where nerds would come together and just stake out at GameStop. Not only was that like an experience, but the game companies themselves like leaned into that. They made it an event. They had like people dressing up as a Master Chief, like actually role playing Master Chief, showing up there. People like actors dressing up as soldiers from Call of Duty, and then like reenacting like military scenarios in the GameStop, and then everyone's like freaking out. They're like, oh my, like not in a bad way, as in like, oh my god, I can't believe this is actually like it's so cool. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they leaned into the culture. And then look where we're at now. We're literally fighting for our lives out here against corpos. And some people are telling us that we should just sit back and take it. Like, literally, a journalist was saying, oh yeah, a journalist was saying that like we should be happy that Randy Pitchford lowered the price of, was it Baldur's Gate 3, sorry,
Oh god.
Borderlands 4.
Borderlands. Yeah.
Lowered Borderlands 4 to like $70, and they're like, it's so stupid. Journalists are like, see guys, he was gonna lower it anyways. And I'm like, you're acting like there wasn't a huge backlash because he tried to sell it at 80. If there wasn't a backlash, he would have totally left it at 80. Like, they're acting like, oh, he made the decision all on his own, and like, because, you know what I mean? Like,
Mm.
gamer input wasn't involved in this decision. And it's like, yes, it was. We literally made a whole stink about it because game companies want to price out normal gamers, and it's very annoying because they want to slowly increase it to 100. Everyone keeps saying they're not going to do that, but yes, they are. They have blatantly said that. They have been very upfront in your face about it, bro. Like, they are very obvious. They're like, we want games to be $100. And gamers do not want that. That's why I really appreciate game studios that sell their games for like $40 or $50, because they understand that that's not fair. God damn it. Oh, hi, Lazy Clay Gamer. Welcome in. Uh, sorry, Lazy Clay Gamer. Sometimes I get so caught up in talking. Of course, I'm talking about Thor from Pirate Software. Seriously, what the hell is the mental state? Oh yeah, we were talking about that. Yeah, it's just crazy, dude. It's just so much. And it's like, sorry, give me a second.
Yeah, it's so Thor's reaction and him burning down the thing, and then kind of like everybody looking at this and digging into it, has really revealed like a really dark side to the dude. Like kind of like creepily level, like controlling, angry, that kind of stuff. Like excuse me, actively trying to get in the way of this program, because people were like, hey, this is weird, and he came out so aggressively and so harshly that it people were like sitting back and going like, wow. And then when they've looked at it now, kind of now that you have had the time to kind of like research, see what all this is about, see what's going on, it's like, could he have intentionally tried to do this any worse? And the answer to that is, who knows? Like, legitimately at this point, like, who knows? Like, this is really like high end level terrible. So yeah, it's kind of it's definitely very messed up, and it's been getting worse and whatnot. And yeah, it's a significant issue. We'll say that. And then why he's doing it or the way that he's doing it, it's like, it's extremely bizarre. Yeah. So I don't know. It's one of those things where you didn't really expect it to go this direction that it's been going in, but yeah, that's definitely something. Like I had no, like, if you're like on the bingo card that Thor would come out as an absolute total you know what, not on my bingo card for this year. But it's only one of like several controversies that he's been in recently, and I think sadly and quite highly likely, there's a high chance that the guy has just let power go to his head, or fame or ego go to his head, and that is unfortunately not very good. That is not a good thing to have happen. So yeah, that's kind of worrisome in multiple directions.
Yeah, the one thing I think I forgot to mention, but like ever since Thor made videos that were spreading misinformation about the initiative, it totally stopped the what is it? The rail? What do you call it? When it's like full speed ahead. Like he got what is it? The man who made the initiative, he was like 50% the way there. They need to get to a
Hmm.
million signatures. Honestly, it's such a fucking what is it, cap on the whole thing. By You only have to be an EU or UK what is it, resident in order to get the initiative going, like for the signatures to be allowed, which kind of sucks because if Americans had would if Americans could also sign, we like that thing would have been signed by now. Like it would have gotten a million signatures. But ever since Thor made that video, they were 50% the way there. We only have 30 more days left. So if you live in the EU and you live in the UK, look up the hold on, I think I can get the link to the thingy. But like if you live in the UK and you live in the EU, please consider signing. They're almost there. It's very important because I really want wait, which Which link is it? He sent me 2 links. Oh god. Okay, it's this one. Awesome. Alright. I'm just gonna post this here. Oh god. Oh, it's fine. Some people already signed it. But they're literally 60% of the way there. Oh, it doesn't really show up as a link that you can click. But ugh. Sorry, I have a child in my lap. Started maneuver.
I have a baby ducky. Well, not with me, but yeah, we got baby ducks.
Oh, little. Oh yeah, you told me about the little duck.
Yeah, I'll probably do some pictures at some point.
But basically, if you can sign it, we're almost there. We have 30 days. Please consider signing. It would mean a lot. Because these corporations can't keep doing this, dude. They can't keep doing this. They can't keep trying to take away consumers' rights just to make a profit, you know?
Mhm.
So please consider signing. We'd all appreciate it because I'd sign it myself, but I'm horribly American. I'm sorry. I don't think Canada doesn't. Does Canada count as the EU?
No, no. Although there is some stupidity movements that are kind of pushing for that for some weird reason.
To be part
They're
of the.
going, yay, we should be part of the EU. It's like, yeah, 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 no. How about no? Yeah, how about no? No.
Yeah,
How about
join
no?
them. Join them in the EU. And then soon America will join the EU. Oh, goodness gracious.
But yeah, it's like kind of roll your eyes
Yeah.
and whatnot.
I'm
So
just so mad how he literally pushed the brakes. Thor pushed the brakes on the whole movement because of his
mhm.
assholery. It's not even stupidity. Like it's not him, oh shit. It's not him like not knowing what he's doing. No, he knows exactly. Oh, oh, well, I got rid of my tail. Oopsie. Ooh. It's not that he doesn't know what he's doing. He knows exactly what he's doing. And it's just annoying. And I was like, I honestly thought for a second that he was like getting paid under the table for this because I was like, this like makes no sense. I don't understand why he's trying to stop this from happening.
Yeah, it really doesn't make any sense at all, and it's very bizarre that he's pushing it. And again, the only thing I can say is that it's most likely some form of um like massive ego trip or something like that.
Yeah,
Um
that's
and I mean he's always been kind of egotistical. He's
yeah,
always been like that to some degree. So that that
yeah,
is that is very, very like again in this kind of industry. I was saying before, you're either extremely passionate, um,
mm-hmm.
obsessive, like you have some kind of passion to it, and ego is definitely part of passion. So yeah, it's fun that way.
uh Lazy Clay Gamer said, I'm from the EU. No, I'm not from the EU, nor am I living there. So unfortunately, I can't sign the petition as much as I want to, and I really want to. That's the frustrating
Hmm.
part. Like, there's a lot of Americans who wish that they could sign it to help bolster the movement, but it's just, if I, oh, it sucks so much that you have to be a resident. You have to be a resident of like the EU and the UK in order for it to sign or to be even considered. It sucks so much. I know there's a lot of. I was like, where's the was the? I was like, where's the Helldiver community? Get them here, stat. We need them working on this right now. Oh wait, didn't Sony like stop uh Helldivers from being accessed in the UK?
Yep,
Or
yep, by a lot of different places. Yep, that is. that is definitely something that they did. It's kind of funny, but and sad at the same time. But yeah, no, that is definitely not how. I wouldn't be looking to Sony to save anybody at this
Well,
current
I'm not,
juncture of
I'm
time.
not looking for Sony to save anybody. I'm looking for the community, the gaming community, to save us. I was like, damn it! Like that was such a dumb move. They're so desperate for subscribers to their stupid subscription platform to make money that they literally gate kept games, like games that were successful, just to make an extra few bucks. Well, I say that it's probably a lot more than that, but literally, God, they literally ruined their reputation with that switcheroo. Helldivers was doing so successful, and they're like, let's make it's doing so successful. Let's just block access from most countries. By the way, read my second comment. You'll see why. Second comment about what? My dad. What? My dad. You want your dad? My dad. I know my dad.
Excuse me. Sorry, still have the cough. still trying to survive and not die.
You're
Preferably
fine.
not die.
Yeah,
Um,
just to warn you, I'm hearing lightning and thunder outside, so
yep,
I don't know if
yep.
that's gonna affect my connection or not. But yeah.
It is 'tis the season for it, and to sound like an old fogey. Well, we really need the rain, you know. We really need the rain.
It's good
I
for the
saw.
crops
I,
and
yeah, it's good for the crops. The grass really needs it. I saw a funny short video where like somebody was outside and he's like, "Oh man, this rain!" And then all these old guys come out of nowhere like zombies, and they are like walking towards them, going, "But we need the rain. Yeah, we really need the rain." And he's like running away from them like they're zombies. Very funny, also accurate, sort of.
Oh, you mean about pirate software needs to go to mental therapy? Yeah.
Yeah, that I think I can probably end up agreeing with.
Yeah, cuz
He's
that's I don't
again, he's so angry about it, and it doesn't make any sense as to why.
yeah,
But what like
when everyone started
yeah.
calling him out on it, he started deleting and blocking people, and he's like, "I'm not talking about it anymore. I already said my thoughts."
Yeah, but he was wrong. Like objectively, clearly wrong. Not as part of like an opinion, right? He quoted things incorrectly and said, "Oh, this is this." And it's like, "No, that's not.
That's not what.
You're
Yeah, he purposely misrepresented. Oh, sorry, I realized I
yeah.
really fucked up the chat box. He purposely misrepresented the whole movement, and because he did that, it really fucked everybody. It really fucked the whole thing over because We were gaining momentum. We were getting people to
Mhm.
sign, and then he fucked it up, and it's very annoying. It's very very frustrating. I'm trying to fix the chat box. And it's like that. Oh yeah, I haven't seen it yet, but I want to. But have you seen K-pop Demon Hunters on Netflix?
Is it an anime?
It's an animated
Sounds
movie
like
by
an
the
anime.
same but it was made by the same people who made the Puss in Boots animated movie.
Oh, cool. That sounds pretty awesome.
Yeah,
But I have not seen it yet.
I thought it said K-pop Monster Hunters, and I was like, nah, that sounds kind of dumb. I ain't watching it. But then, apparently, like, I would have gotten into it a lot sooner. But apparently, there's like hot boy bands in there, and I was like, well, You got me. You got.
Oh,
I was like, well,
really?
I was like, well, you got me. And now I'm obsessed. Now I'm obsessed with it. God, Jinu, the
Janu from yeah. I've
from,
seen the so I haven't watched a single episode of that anime, but I have watched a lot of the shorts and YouTube videos where they do like it's like a parody, but it uses the all the animation from the actual show.
yeah,
What do they call those things? There's a particular word for it that's totally escaping my mind.
Rule
It's
34.
very annoying.
Rule
No, no, no,
34.
no, no, no. I mean, like so they it's like a redub. What do they
Uh,
call that? Oh my goodness, I have to look this up now. Literally have to like look this up, and this is gonna
they
screw
use
with my
the
search history
animation, but
too.
it's a redub.
Abridged.
Uh,
That's the abridged series. Yeah, when they do these things where it's an abridged series, it's a parody of the show using the show's animation and dubbing in new voice lines, re-editing it, and then making it look like it does one thing that it doesn't. And it's sort of poking fun at the series.
are you talking
Very
about solo
hilarious, very well
leveling?
done.
I'm not talking about
Yeah.
solo leveling. I'm talking about it's a movie on Netflix.
Oh, they use the same name as the hero from Solo Leveling?
His name's Jinu.
Yeah.
No, his name's Jin Woo.
Oh, Jin Woo, not
Yeah,
Jin. Oh,
yeah.
okay. I see my mistake there. Clearly my fault.
Nah, you're fine. It happens. Sometimes I get names mixed up too, and they're American names. They're American names.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm like Caitlin and Catherine. Yeah, sure. They're the same, right? No. I want to watch K-pop Demon Hunters, but I absolutely hate Netflix, so obviously I don't want to give them a single penny. I mean, there's always the high seas, you know. There's always that. Okay, I was a little scared. I was scared. I kind of got distracted, and I wasn't sure if I put enough sugar. I was scared I over sugared my tea, but it tastes really good. I didn't fuck it up. But yeah, it's about K-pop groups. It's about a girl K-pop group that fights demons, and a new K-pop group shows up on the scene, and they're boys, and they're called the Saja Boys, and they're demons. And so the girls have to stop the
They
sexy
fight
demon.
demons?
Yeah, the girls have to stop the sexy demon men from trying to, you know, take your souls.
Oh my, that sounds terrible.
Oh
Whatever shall
yes.
happen with that.
Oh no. So what are we going to do?
I, yeah, I can just imagine where that's going. I'm sure that's hilarious. Is it a comedy or is it like more serious?
It's a comedy.
To me, yeah, it's got to be a comedy with that lineup. That's hilarious.
Yeah. God damn it. I'm trying to fix. It has a. They're definitely experimenting with all the animations and stuff. It's very anime esque. Uh, so unfortunately, I might have to take the high seas. Normally, I don't encourage that, but many corporations are making things difficult for us. Hey, 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 hey. If you don't own it, it's not stealing. If you don't own it, it's not pirating. That's all I gotta say about that.
We don't condone piracy here.
We don't.
Just
We
to make
don't.
just to make that
But
clear, like you know,
yeah, of course not.
just to make that exceptionally clear. We don't condone piracy or anything like that. It's not
Even though it's been
it's not what we
proven that
do.
even though it's been proven that piracy doesn't affect sales at all in any way.
Right? Yeah.
But
Completely normal.
we legally do not condone such things. But yeah. Oh, sorry. I'm trying to make a I realized I was like maybe I should make a post on Twitter about the whole petition thing. Uh
But yeah.
oh, sorry.
Um
Uh but yeah, it's just a huge shit show, dude. Like I really wish things it seems like we
well,
really
that
can't go
between
that far without drama.
you want to talk about drama? Oh my goodness. Chrono Odyssey. That drama has gone through the roof. Oh my goodness gracious me. I got lots to say on that.
Oh yeah, the Chronos drama. So
Yeah.
I wasn't I wasn't totally privy. God damn it. Of course when I was talking about Jinu, one of my friends sent me a picture of fan art of Jinu. Anyways, but
Oh, did he now?
it was not it's also fan art. It's also fan art, not 34, not real 34. But anyways, I'm sorry, I'm trying so hard not to say Chronos Trigger, but Chronos Odyssey started out with being is a
So
multiplayer
it's an
platform
MMO.
MMO. Yeah,
It's an
sorry.
MMO. Yeah. So massively mobile. Yeah, it's a
Hmm.
big MMO. It it is the one thing that it is that no other game is in the MMO space is that it is basically Dark Souls game, and we talked about this a little bit last week. It plays like Dark Souls. It is very difficult, supposedly. It's got a lot of like big issues with like how the combat plays, all this kind of stuff. It's like super super big and crazy and cool and all that kind of stuff. It's got all these unique, cool things about it. Um, yeah, so it's it's really interesting. People lost their minds
Wait,
when it came out.
sorry, I just looked at it. I thought we needed 1 million signatures. We only need 100,000. We only need 100,000, and we only have 47,000. What the hell is EU doing?
They're getting there. It was at 500,000 a little while ago. It's jumped through the roof recently because of all the
Is this the right?
controversy and stuff
Is
like
this
that.
the right petition? What the fuck? It says only 47,000 signatures out of 100,000. I'm gonna march my way back to where my friend gave me the links.
It's last I looked, it is gaining like and it's gaining fast. Even Polly's signed on to it today.
Are you serious? Did I just literally link the wrong one?
Maybe
Why are there
I'm not
two
checking.
different
I haven't
Why are there two different
because
links?
because there's two different things. One is in the United States and one is in the EU.
Oh my god, I linked the fucking American one. God damn it.
Yeah,
God damn it. I can't even edit it.
because
Wait, can I edit it?
it's harder to do that in the big. scale stuff. Like it's really tough to like get it going that particular direction. But yeah, it's like it's normal.
Well, I'm mad because I made a Twitter post and I fucked up because I linked the American one, not the fucking EU
Oh,
one.
I would just delete the Twitter post and redo the Twitter post.
I know, I just got
That probably makes the most amount of sense.
fucked that up. But oh well. But yeah, Chronos Odyssey. So it's I don't know. Well, is this a well-known studio or is this their first game?
It's not their first game. They have made other games before. To be clear, um, I am not like this is a Korean developer. Korean MMOs, as a majority, are all trash. They have they are super heavy grindy. They focus on really like they focus on grind. Grind is the primary thing that you get in a Korean MMO. Lot the same in Japanese MMOs as well as an average as far as like they're not their top developers when it comes to that kind of stuff. But in Korea, it's like it's super grind. It's like super grind. It's like you have to grind like crazy. The mobs are typically, and I mean typically, extremely uninteresting. They usually have one attack pattern, that's it. This game is different than all than all other Korean MMOs. Most Korean MMOs are, like I said, heavily grindy, not very interesting. This one bucks the trend on a lot of those things. So there's more movement mechanics. It's less about the twitch and
Bye.
pizzazz of like dumping a whole bunch of skills all at once. And it's more in this particular case, it's really heavily about the process of playing to a high quality of play, lots of interaction, that kind of stuff with the world. It plays a little bit more like the that Amazon MMO that came out. I can't remember the name of it, but it was total and complete garbage. Which they did copy a bunch of like visual assets from, not copy, but like designed it very similarly off of. Like they were clearly not like interpretation, like exactly like doors in the exact same places, elevations in the exact same places, distance from one camp to the next camp almost exactly. It's like they copied and pasted it over. And again, I don't know why they did that, because that like that Amazon MMO is the last game that you want to copy, because it did not do very well. It was kind of garbage, still is. Was absolute trash. I hated it. Like it was garbage right from the get go, which sucks. But you know what can you do? Um, I've got to clear my throat on this. This is driving me nuts. But overall, the game is, because it's Dark Soulsy, it walks away from a lot of those tropey kind of like issue stuff. And it becomes, frankly, a lot better. And I really like it overall. It's really good overall. I think that they're moving in the right direction from comparing it to other Korean MMOs, which again haven't been that great. Lots and lots of grind, lots and lots of microtransaction, extremely predatory microtransactions. Not a good time. Like seriously messed up on a lot of levels. Um, but this one is kind of bucking some of those trends. The biggest thing that I would say that I'm annoyed with is the amount of people coming out claiming that this game is dead on arrival, it's garbage, nobody wants to play it. It's in such a bad shape, and it really was in a bad shape. Like it was genuinely like aesthetically, graphically, optimization wise, um, some of the world layout stuff. Obviously, with the copying of that Amazon MMO, really bad, not good, very much like huge problems just across the board with like a lot of stuff to do with the game. But the thing that people keep forgetting is that it's an early beta, and it's not an early beta like EA puts out a beta 3 weeks before the game launches, and you get access by pre-ordering the game, and it's just basically a glorified early access. This wasn't early access. This was an honest to god beta stress test, which I don't think the majority of current gamers are even familiar with the concept. Like, they're just genuinely not familiar with the concept. The concept of an early beta stress test is to literally stress test the servers and optimize coding, not between you and the game, but between your client and the servers and the other clients, to allow for optimal ping ratio improvement. It's been a long time since I've been in one of these things. Like, I'm by long time, I literally mean, like, I think it's like 9 years was my last one. So this is not to blame the player, because the player is not to be blamed for something that they haven't encountered quite possibly in the last decade, if ever at all. Which there were a lot of people, there were a lot of streamers who were trashing the game, talking about how this game is garbage and like all these issues, and like they couldn't believe that somebody would put this out like this. And it's like, dude, this is clearly an early beta stress test. And they're like, why would you do that? And it's like, because you need to stress test the server. But that's not what I've experienced in other things. It's like, yeah, because EA has ruined that thing for you. You think that this is a closed early access, like almost complete pre-order thing. It's not that. It's literally an invite only play to help stress test the server. Well, why don't they have a more up-to-date version of the game? Because they're not testing the optimization, they're testing they're doing the stress test. I'm not saying that how they did it was good. Clearly they screwed up on like a whole bunch of levels on like communication about it. And I've said this 1,000 times before. It's like, if you want to do a traditional beta test or stress test, you need to get people to invite only. They have to fill out a questionnaire where they agree that what they're playing and what they're experiencing is an early stress test, and optimization is not in the top 5 category of things that they are providing as far as like your experience playing the game. And then if somebody comes out and says, I didn't like the game because it didn't play good, it's like, yes, you're an idiot. You signed this thing stating this. You're clearly stupid. You don't know what you're doing. Get off the friggin' internet, because you're just making us all dumber by being here. Unfortunately, because they didn't do that, and they weren't as aggressive with hey, this is a stress test. This is not meant to be the be all end all of this gaming experience. This is not this thing at all. Stop being crazy. This isn't what this is for crying out loud. So yeah, that huge, obviously, like huge, massive issue, like, and seriously causing a massive headache. But yeah, and like, what do you do about that, right? Like, that's the problem of like the communication side of things. Now, again, do I trust them enough, the developer? Do I trust the developer enough to know that within a short period of time, the game will come out and it will actually be really, really good, and it will be completely normal, and everything will be hunky dory, and it will be great and amazing and fully, whatever you want to call it, like fully capable of being a perfect experience. It's like, uh maybe, big maybe, probably not. I don't trust them to make a perfect product, because that's not typically who these guys are. These guys are not like good developers. They're like newish double A, obviously stretching the perceivable ratio of what you might expect from a good company. Do they have a unique game? Yes, they do have a unique game. Does that necessarily make them great? Probably not. Probably not to the level that, again, people are hoping for. And people are hoping for a good MMO. But this was like very poor like implementation of the beta, like letting people know exactly what the beta is, how it is genuinely supposed to function, and then how long between now and release. That's the other thing I hear constantly. People are like, this game is supposed to be out in a week. It's like, no, it's not. On the only thing they have said publicly is that they're hoping to get it out by Q4, so end of the year of 2025. So like 6 months away potentially at the latest. Now is that is that amount time to get the game fixed? Again, probably not. I would highly recommend that they probably delay till summer of next year. I suspect that's probably where they need to be at for making a good, like getting all the kinks and the bugs out and whatnot, and like probably refining the gameplay and stuff like that. And they need to like obviously they need to like improve a lot of things and tweak a lot of stuff. Now they say they have a more advanced build. Again, people are like, that's why would anybody do that? Because you don't understand game development. If you're like you're only ever playing on an old build, the newest build always has way more bugs in it than the current playable build. And would they want to get that fixed? Like, is that normal for them to like go out of their way to go, okay, well, we want to make we want to make this closed alpha or beta, sorry. We want to make this closed beta. Do do we want to, or is this does this work for what we're going for? And the answer to that is yes. Like genuinely yes. Like stop being stupid. It's like if you're doing a stress test, you're testing internal like server to client information data. You're not stress testing the latest like best build of like the crafting system. Like that's just not how that works. So it's funky, it's weird, it's been all over the place. It's been hilarious to kind of like see where this stuff is going. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. If you're just joining us, thank you guys for coming in. I also wanted to stress that if you live in the EU or the UK, and apparently they made an American version, I didn't know that. Sorry, my nephew knocked my camera. But please consider signing the Stop Killing Games initiative. That would be
Mhm.
really freaking awesome because we want gaming studios to stop killing games because there's no what is it? Once they stop support, you no longer have access to games anymore because everything's digital now and they no longer make physical copies of games anymore. So they can literally just decide one day to stop supporting your favorite game. So please consider signing. That'd help out a lot. I left links. The EU, there's an EU version and there's a US version. The one that says EU, Europa, that's the EU version. That's the main one we're trying to support because that one is actually going to go to Parliament and actually get looked at by representatives. But yeah, we'd very much appreciate it. Thank you so much in advance. But yeah, on the Chronos Odyssey thing, yeah, you make a lot of good points. It's literally just a beta test, so most of the things are being looked at, and they're like, it's gonna be. I assume they're gonna do updates, bug updates to help, hammer out the kinks and stuff.
The next playable beta will be on the completely new upgraded. So that's when we'll see. And you never judge a beta like this. Again, I have to stress this is not a normal like beta experience. It is a traditional beta experience, but it is not a normal beta experience. That's not what's happening here. What we're seeing is not the standard. And that needs to be like heavily like stated and repeated over and over and over and over and over again, because that is a huge problem of communication. It's like this is not the standard experience. Lots and lots of companies have ruined the way that we communicate the purpose and design of a beta. So huge problem. Obviously, just want everybody to kind of keep that in mind. Please and thank you. But yeah, it's like terrible.
Yeah, there's one. I don't know if you mentioned it already, but there was one YouTuber who was already, or he was testing out the beta test, and he was complaining how it wasn't well optimized and stuff like that. Oh, but sorry, I accidentally pressed something that I did not mean to press. My bad. Anyways, but yeah, he was basically saying how because it wasn't well optimized and that it has a lot of issues and a lot of problems that it shouldn't be released yet. But it's a beta, so it's going to be a while before
Yeah,
it's even
and
released. So it's like,
and we're going to get multiple betas before they hit release. Like we're talking like, you know, at least 3, not 2, not a pre-order thing. So yeah, I expect that we'll see they'll probably wait till like things simmer down a little bit, and then they'll probably put out a second one, and hopefully it'll be better.
yeah.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
I hope so. I hope so.
All right, all right. Let's see. Oh, did you want to talk about the hot like a little bit before? Did you want to talk about the uh what is it? There are some topics that we didn't get into last time. How far was it? Oh, did you want to talk about the exposed writers in Hollywood? Or a writer exposes writers in Hollywood?
So yeah, I guess I might as well. So there was a writer. He's a pretty prominent writer. He got invited to this kind of meet thing with one of the bigger studios making movies and TV shows, and he got asked if they wanted to if he wanted to have them turn one of his books into a TV series. And he was really excited for it, and he says, "Yeah, sure, let's enter the initial stuff." So part of that was like, they prep a script for the show out of, from the book, changing it over and showing what they can come up with as far as the book goes. Well, he gets the script a couple of months later, and he said that ouch, sorry. He said that it was the furthest thing from his book that he had ever experienced ever. Like, it was maddeningly not good at all. And I think one of the things that was kind of interesting is that, and what this proves, is that the Hollywood writers, the Hollywood people, and this goes for game development too, they're not writing or coming up with unique stuff. They are coming up and writing stuff that is basically just bad fan fiction.
Yeah.
And they're taking other people's products, so other people's stories, other people's books. They're taking that established canon and lore and IPs, and they're putting their own spin on it, which is effectively hot garbage. So yeah, it's
Yeah. That makes a
it's insane.
that makes a lot of sense, honestly, because a lot of what is it? A lot of IPs get hijacked because a writer wants to write something completely different that has nothing to do with the lore and nothing to do with the story, like the Wheel of Time. They totally forked up the lore, guys. Like they fucked it up. Like what is it? I think there was like a gender-based power, like I think women have magic or something, or was it only men who have magic? But then they were like, that's not fair, and then it's like they gave one female character magic even though that's not how this power system's set up. I don't know Wheel of Time, so don't come at me, Wheel of Time fans, but I know they did mess up with the lore when it came to like a gender-based magic system. Like I forgot what they did. Like it's been I'm sorry. I know I brought it up, but it's been a while since I heard people complain about it. But I know they messed up the Wheel of Time a lot. Like they just can't help themselves. They can't stop themselves from delving into people's other lore and be like, I don't like that it's written this way. I'm going to rewrite it how I would write it. And it's like, that's not what you were hired to do. You were hired to take it already known IP and just, put it on the big screen. Honestly, as far as I know, the easiest way to adapt anything is a book. Like, because it's already written out. You just need to figure out how to do the shots and stuff. That's it. You don't have to even write. It's already written out. It's like half the work's already done for you. Like, but no, they feel the need to like correct things and stuff and make it more of a hassle than it needs to be. I'm trying to remember any other part. Like, I mean, there was the Halo TV series. What else is there? There's a Halo TV series. I know they try to fuck up the lore with the new Warhammer, the Warhammer TV series on Amazon. They fucked with the lore with Game of Thrones. Like, they were following the books up until a certain point, but after season 7 and 8, they were literally they're just freeballing it because there was no book for them to fill out the ending, so they had to come up with an ending themselves, and it was terrible. It wasn't even good. It just goes to show how bad they are at writing. Like, they're good directors, and they're good they have they have a good eye for a good talent for like shots and stuff and bring it to the big screen, but writing is not their forte and definitely showed. uh yeah, the Halo series sucked because they fucked up the lore with that.
Yeah, and that's a perfect example of somebody taking something and basically turning it into fan fiction, like really bad fan fiction.
Yeah, and I know that fan fiction gets a bad rap. There is good fan fiction out there, but it's shit like this with people who don't know how to write that gives fanfic writers a bad name. Like, goddamn, like, people, what is it? It's in the name. Like, it's like fan art. You know how you have like beautiful works of art and you know it's fan art, but it's beautiful and you love it? That's what fan fiction is. There's so many good fan fiction out there that is like so expertly made, like so well written, that's like so like it literally ruined me for like as like a writing in like as a reader enthusiast. Like it ruined my taste. Like I was so spoiled as a fanfic reader. Like it's ridiculous. I get so annoyed with published writers, the way that they write. I get annoyed. I'm like, it's not good enough. It's not good enough because I read so many well-written fan fiction. Honestly, they ruined me. But that's what it pretty much is. Sorry, I have to defend fan fiction. It's not as bad as people make it out to be. It's just a stereotype. There's actually a lot of good fan fiction out there, just as like there's a lot of good fan art out there. It's just some fan art is better than others. There are some not well drawn out fan art, as there's not that many well written fan fiction out there. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, I'm just trying to get people to understand that fan fiction isn't that bad. But yeah, people in charge of these projects where they kind of just hijack the name. Haven't you noticed that they've been doing that where they like they hijack the name of a famous producer, or they hijack the famous name of a book series or some type of media, and they put it on the screen and everyone's like, "Oh, I can't believe they're adapting it. Oh, I can't believe that director is going to be in it." Only for them to be like, "Yeah, we kind of lied about that. It's not actually going to be totally, you know, the thing you wanted."
Mommy bit. Ew.
What?
I'm fully
Yeah,
I'll be right back. Hold on.
That is definitely a major problem. That is again coming down, like for sure. Like it's we're gonna get this more and more and more and more. It's not going to be fun. But yeah, like yeah, yeah, kind of honestly worried about it. Um, what else we got? We've got a couple more, like the Capcom showcase came out yesterday. Not yesterday, like a day or two ago. I don't know who told them that having like to do their showcase like they did. I hope that person gets fired because that was terrible. Like just the presentation style of it was just awful. Like genuinely awful. Like it was like seriously not very good. Like serious problem. Um but yeah, that's always fun. um they had the fighting, what's Capcom's fighting game? They had their fighting game, they showcased that. They showcased a couple other games. Nothing too stellar. Um like it's weird to me that some of these games, especially fighting games, they're so weird. Like genuinely so weird. So you got this fighting game and they make a big deal about this DLC content, which is like 2 outfits and that's it. Like outfits. Again, if you give people a character creator and a costume creator, they can just make, endless outfits. All you have to do is just keep adding content to it. But that's not how they want to do things. They want to sell the outfits for $20 a piece. Like, okay, sure, I guess. Weird. But yeah. Yeah, so that's the thing. Yeah. Then what else we got? I am still recovering from sickness. I hate that I have to keep saying that for ages and ages and ages, but yeah. We've had more studio closures or like serious studio bleeding going on. That'll be for Splitgate and that other game that just came out not too long ago. The overall losing control that big corporations have over studios is like, and vice versa, how studios are just like steamrolled by these other companies. It's really disturbing. It really is. Um, we had we had oh, I don't know if Reaver wanted to talk about this directly. Co-op climbing game Peak. There's been a lot of mountain climbing games out recently, but for some reason Peak, which is a very like cartoony, like super cartoony, like people having giant mushrooms on their
I'm
head,
back.
that kind of thing. Like,
Wait,
hey,
what?
welcome back. Peak. Did you want to talk about Peak?
My
Yet, or
friends have tried to convince me to play Peak with them, but I don't know what it is.
so it's a mountain climbing game, and apparently it's doing like ridiculously well. Which again, I'm so confused because there's like 3 mountain climbing games that have come out in the last like short period of time. There's another 3 or 4 of them due out in the next year. Why is mountain climbing suddenly hyper popular again? I don't I did not see this one
Oh
coming.
wow, it's $7.99. Cool. Yeah,
Well, I guess the price helps. Like that, yeah, that price helps probably quite a bit.
very positive. 23,000 reviews.
Jeez.
Is this the new
Okay.
schedule 1? Is this the new schedule 1?
I'm
Dude,
gonna assume so. That sounds crazy to me.
well, it's cute. It's fun to play with friends. You can customize your little character person. You can do, and it's not just climbing. Apparently, you can do like uh campfire stuff, and you can like rest for a little and then get back to climbing. And it's like there's a, it's not, I think it's a co-op, not in this, like there's, you have to work together. There's a sense of that. Like you have to work. Oh, I can't wait for Markiplier to make videos with his friends with this one. This looks like it'll be fun. Like you guys have to help each other climb things. Like you can't just leave each other to your own devices. You got to help each other. Uh and I think that, I don't know. Yeah, it looks pretty fun. Like it's cutesy but not like too cartoonish to the point where it like puts you off.
Hmm.
Like there's jungles you guys can like tree branches and stuff you guys can climb up to. There's like vines and stuff you can climb through. And then you just the way that they just fall off the mountain, that was kind of funny. It's just silly fun, I guess. And a lot of people seem to like it. Yeah, it looks cute. I'd play this. And it's only $7. But I'm kind of broke, so I guess I'll just wait till Friday to get it. But yeah, you're
It does
right.
look like a cute game. Yeah.
But yeah, you're right. There's a lot of mountain climbing games being released. There's another one, I forgot what it's called. It wasn't Pink. It was called something else, like Fjorda or something like that. Fjorda, something like that.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you,
No.
that one's more
This,
mechanical. You have to like perfectly place your hand on certain things, or you'll fall and hurt yourself, or fall and die. And it's like, oh shit. And there's a game where you herd animals, or they look like goats, but they're not goats. Very fictional goats. Oh yeah, what's going on with Monster Hunter Wilds? What's going on with that? Like people were praising it.
mhm.
People were praising it, and now it's just people like, now it's getting mixed reviews.
Well, it lost 90% of their players.
90%.
Yeah, it bottomed out pretty hard. From what I can see and tell,
Oh
the
my,
game is good. It's just the optimization on it is so garbage, like so tremendously bad, that there's just nothing you can do with the game.
wow. That's pretty bad.
Yeah, it's terrible. Like it's genuinely like really really terrible as far as how they how they came out, how the game is, what's, how it functions, and it is honestly terrible. Um and that kind of hit them really really hard. And there were some other issues. For me, not having a jump button.
Yeah. Oh,
Talk
sorry.
about my
Sorry,
hate.
Douglas Burton.
Like my hatred of MMOs that don't have a jump button is just like it's really high. I just need to jump. I need to jump.
23K is successful. For we're
Let me
talking,
free jump.
I'm talking about 23K reviews for an indie game. It's an indie game. If it was a AAA game, then I'd be like, ooh, only 23,000 reviews for a AAA game. That's sad. But no, it's an indie game, and I think it's, and in my opinion, I think it's doing pretty well. It's on people's tongues. People are talking about it. So I think, yeah, it's fairly popular, sorry. And I think it might be the new schedule 1 where like uh people are going to be playing it and have fun with it and be at least mildly successful. Maybe not up to schedule once exactly, but like I think it's gonna be up near there. Oh, Lazy Clay Gamer said, quick question, Sai. What are your top 5 worst video game showcases?
Like all of them. I mean, every showcase is run by what I assume are blind idiots. Like just terrible. Like some of them are sort of like haha funny. Like we got the OTK ones, we got the Devolver Digital ones. Like those are the better ones. But then everybody else is like, I have no idea why they even present it the way that they do. Like I think one of the better ways of presenting it would probably be to like have like a long form podcast, like basically like sort of like any of the top podcasts out there where it's like a couple people sitting down playing the games and talking about them and showcasing little bits of them. You can still have trailers and stuff like that, but I don't know. I think the whole system needs to be like bellied up and turned around because it's it doesn't fit in the way that I would like it to, if that makes any sense.
Fair enough. I mean, most of the most of the showcases I saw, at least for this year, were kind of dookie. Like
Hmm.
they were like only like a handful of heavy hitters, but most of them was like an armful of duds. Like they were not, the games weren't interesting, or they're trying to cater to a more cozy like, why are there so many fucking platformers? Oh my god, there were so many fucking platformers. And it's not, this has been happening for years. It's nothing but fucking platformers and fucking, what is it, it's not CRPGs. Like it's when you have that top down view of some games. And personally, I'm not a big fan of those, especially when they like, that's what, I don't know, like it's just not my cup of tea. But that seems to be the main go-to for most of these showcases, is that they want to show cozy games. They want to show games that are like not interesting to me. And it's like, why are there so many uninteresting games? They look boring. They look like not challenging at all. Like, I don't know. That's me personally, though. I will say this, depending on the game, not all games need a jump button. It all depends on the level designs, game mechanics, and game identity, somewhat. Yeah, I mean, in Dragon Age 2, there's no jump button, but I still like playing it. ARPG? Maybe. I think that's what it's called. Like Diablo and Poe. Yeah, yeah. I tried playing Diablo, but I wasn't digging it. So do you prefer like Xbox when it's just games? I mean, I used to be an Xbox fangirl, so but then I got a PC because I wanted access to more not safe for work games. I say I say
Lazy.
diplomatically.
I like the question that Lazy asked. It's like, or what he said about not all games need a jump button. No, not all games need a jump button, but an open world RPG game needs like like a jump button. Like you have it in like every game. Sure, it's not exactly in Baldur's Gate, but you can still jump in the game. It's just an action. But no, it's like if you're playing an action RPG
God damn it,
and you
Douglas.
don't have a jump button and you're in an open world with like different elevations and stuff, it's like please go back to dev school. You're terrible at this. Like genuinely like horrified.
Douglas Burton said PC, Xbox, same but different. Sorry, I like the what was the movie? The Interview? I think that's what it's called. I like that reference. So funny.
Hmm.
But yeah. I mean, Xbox does have some good games here and there, but it feels like most game shows, even PC game shows, like it's just mostly In my opinion, it looks Gabarhe. It looks like it is uninteresting platformers, walking simulators. I've been recently playing this one game where it's a visual novel, and I played the game, but it seemed like the game was scared to, like, what is it, have any type of drama happen between the characters. And I was like, it just felt so off. Like, do you know what I mean?
Contrived. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, this doesn't feel like how people would normally act. Do you know what I mean? They're trying so hard not to cause drama between characters and stuff. They're like, see, they resolved their fight very amicably. See, you guys can just talk it out and stuff. And it's like, that's not how normal people work. That's not how characters should work. Like, what is it? Oh God, there was one storyline. There was one storyline. Okay, the reason why I'm bringing this up is because it feels like some of these game developers just try so hard for like something that's just not. I mean, yeah, I guess you could just say that they're cozy games. I don't know. And just something about it just seems so removed that it's just like, I don't know. It's just hard for me to get any interest from it.
Hi.
I mean, at least when Death Stranding is a walking simulator, at least there's a freaking plot and some hot anime dudes. There's some hot anime dudes who foil your plans and stuff. I don't know what I'm talking about. Anyways, it's just that I don't know, it's just so boring. And it's like, I don't know, it's just so boring, and it feels weird that that seems to be the main push for most of these showcases. And it's like, can you show something that's more interesting? Was Peak even part of the showcases?
I don't know.
Because I didn't see it.
Whenever a mountain climbing game came on, I showed I have no interest for that. I'm sorry. I have no interest for it whatsoever.
I was only interested because I know Markiplier was going to play these games. So I was like, oh, it's going to be so fun to watch him do it. I'm not going to play it, but he might play it. Xbox Series X does have backward compatibility as well. I know I sound like a broken record, but backward compatibility is such a huge unappreciated nowadays, especially by Sony. I can understand PS3 game not being compatible to an extent, but no PS2 and PS1 games. What the heck, Sony? Don't even get me started. Oh yeah, speaking of backward compatibility, Xbox is bringing older Xbox 360 games to be available on PC. Thank you for reminding me, Lazy Clay Gamer. So yeah, Xbox games are now going to be available on PC, like older generation Xbox games. And I was like, no way. And yeah, I think that's going to go, and the modding community is going to go crazy. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. Like GoldenEye, the old GoldenEye games. Wait, was that an Xbox exclusive? And then I know there was this one old RPG fantasy game that I played on. Oh wait, that's Nintendo. Never mind. But never mind. That was a Nintendo game. My bad. Got too lost in the sauce. Yeah, but you're not going to get those. Yeah, but you're not going to be going to get those games now. It's the end of a generation. All the good stuff will be held back for next gen. God. I really hate backwards compatibility in the sense that it exists. You know, it like, why is it that games are not available on certain systems? Cause it's too much effort.
Sorry, you might want to rephrase that. You hate backwards compatibility.
And the fact that it's a thing. Like, it's a thing. Like, it's like, why shouldn't... it's
as
a
opposed to it being just a natural, normal process of.
yes, that's what I meant. Like it
Okay,
should
that
be
that makes a
it
little
should
bit more sense.
it should already be available for gamers. Like I don't understand why it's even a what is it? Why it should be a discussion because it should already naturally be a thing that we have access to. That's why
Right. Gotcha.
that's why I can't stand Sony and stuff. Like I'm getting sick and tired of all these corporations. I thought certain corporations weren't as bad as others, and I guess in a sense that's true, but they're all equally as bad when it comes to like what is it? Holding games back from other people and stuff like that,
Mhm.
gatekeeping and stuff. I mean, sure Xbox is trying to break that type of wall, but we know they're only doing that just for the money. Don't even get me started about Xbox having like a weird habit of like closing studios down even when it is a success. I forgot what it's called, like Tango Studios or something like that. They made Hi-Fi Rush, and then even though they wore Tango Studios won awards for how good Hi-Fi Rush was doing, and Xbox thought it was a good idea to they thought it was a good idea to close out the studio. And it's like, what are you doing? It makes me think that they put shit into motion before they realized that they had a golden nugget in their hand. Do you know what I mean? I feel like it was a process that took a couple months time and then it was approved. But then once it was approved, it was already too late. They won awards for it. It was actually pretty popular. But it's just like how far back was it? I don't know. I'm just coming up with excuses, I guess. I don't know. It's just a stupid move. I don't know. Xbox said the biggest it's the licensing. Xbox said the biggest problem with their BC program or PC program was getting the companies to license them for a new console. Okay, but if you're Sony and you have like a backlog of games from previous generations, why is it such an issue for you to like bring it to current gen? Why is that such a problem? It uses a lot of resources. And it's like you have the resources. You're a multi-billion-dollar company. What do you mean you have the resources? Can we do a door giveaway? What the hell is even that? Speaking of modding games, I can confirm that there are at least 5 games that can support modding for the Xbox Series X. Give away a door? Why would you give away a door? I can confirm that like a bedroom door. Why? Why? I can confirm that there are at least 5 games that can support modding from the Xbox Series S. The Witcher 3, Skyrim, Fallout 4, Stalker 2, and Point 2 Campus, which is awesome, but Microsoft is still a terrible company that puts money first over everything else. Yeah.
Yeah, obviously.
I need a door my mom took
This
mine away.
this is
Oh
not
my.
this is not a surprise. I hope it's not a surprise. Like,
Oh, backwards
yeah,
compatibility program was getting okay. But like I said, it's just why you own the licenses for these IPs. Why don't you just bring them into new gen like for Sony and stuff? Is what I meant. Like they have backwards compatibility. They have backwards compatibility. They just don't want to fucking do it. That's probably like a harsh truth, but it is true. I'm pretty sure they do have backwards. I keep it reiterating. You guys don't know how much control these companies have. They can do these things. They can. They just don't want to. They don't want to do it. They're very technologically advanced at this point. You'd be surprised. They have access to any type of technology at their fingertips. They literally could do anything with the billions of dollars of money that they accumulated over the years. So why isn't backwards compatibility a thing? It's because they don't want to do that. They don't want to. They don't want to put resources and the time and the effort into doing that.
Yeah.
And just being reminded of it just pisses me off. Pisses me off. Sets my girdles on fire. I don't, what are girdles? Anyways, because Sony never did software emulation well, software emulation isn't easy. I'm sick and tired of, I'm sick and tired of the excuses. Okay. It's a multi-billion-dollar company. How hard is it to do that? Is it really that hard? Is it really that hard for a multi-billion-dollar company with multiple resources and multiple people at their fingertips? And you're saying that emulation's hard? It's hard, guys. It's so hard. It takes time. Well, it takes time to make shitty games. Did you know that? It takes 7 years of developers' lives to make shitty games. But it takes time. How much time does it take for an emulator to work? Riddle me that, Batman. How long does it take to emulate a game into a next-gen console or a next-gen PC shit? How long does it take? I'm sure it might take a little less time than making a shitty game. And why don't they go the fucking Disney route and make like enhanced remakes of their old games and just do it like that, but for like current gen, and just do it like that? Why don't they just do it like that? Why don't they just make old games into current console, and then if they do another new console, you just emulate, sorry, not emulate, but you just backwards compatibility the fucking game from the previous generation and just port it over to the new generation. It's just easy on everyone that way. Why don't you just fucking do it like that? Because gaming can't get any better as it already is. I mean, technically it could if you digitalize your mind and like transfer your consciousness into the digital world. But until we actually reach that point, gaming is as great as it'll ever be at this point. Well, I can't say at this point, like maybe a couple of years back, because it kind of sucks right now. But you know what I mean. Like, the graphics are amazing. Things look lifelike. You can scan an actor's face and put them in a fucking game now. Like, it's just like it's as good as it's going to get, guys. This is as good as it's going to get. And then they say that it's hard and they don't have the technology. What are you talking about? What do you mean you don't have the What do you mean? That makes no sense. In the era that we live in now, we are more technologically advanced than in previous generations. What the fuck you mean you don't have... I feel like that guy from the meme. From like that right. Tony Stark meme where he's like, Tony Stark was able to do it with a box of scraps. What do you mean you can't do it?
that by the way hints at like they had what game? That movie, the show, the Ironheart show just came out.
Yay.
And she's like, the only reason why Tony Stark was able to build the Iron Man suit was because he was a billionaire and he had unlimited resources. And it's like, no, he built it in a cave, you absolute idiot.
He was severely injured. He had a shrapnel piece in his heart. He had to build a battery. Oh, sorry, not a battery. He had to build a really intense magnet to keep the shard from getting inside and piercing his heart and killing him. Like, if you actually just that alone was crazy. He literally created a magnet in a cave to stop himself from dying.
Because he was a billionaire. He could only do that because of all his money that he had in the cave.
I mean, to be fair, the terrorists did give him some materials here and there because they wanted him to create a weapon of mass destruction. But, you know, I guess semantics.
Yeah, it's
I like how
It's a head shaker.
I like how they didn't ransom him for money. They're like, no, we're gonna keep you as a personal pet so you can make weapons for us. And it's like, oh snap! Like, I mean, they could have ransomed him for money. Wait, no, could they have done that?
Bad idea.
But it doesn't matter. They ended up unalived anyways. Uh, wait. I want to be clear. Yes, I primarily play on the Xbox, but I am not ignoring I'm not ignoring Microsoft's terrible business practice in any way, shape, or form. Quite the opposite. You don't have to defend yourself, Lady Clay Gamer. You don't have to defend yourself. I play Xbox too. You're fine. Like, people play on Sony, people play on Xbox, and people play on PC. And the only good thing going on for the console wars is the PC right now, because Steam is the only one doing consumer rights, upholding consumer rights. Everywhere else, they're thank you for the hydration check, SoCal Sam, I appreciate it. Everywhere else, they're was it shafting their consumer base. There's nothing for you to apologize for just because you want to play the games on a PlayStation, you want to play the games on the Xbox. There's nothing wrong with that. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. What's wrong is that the companies are taking advantage of you. That's what's wrong, all right? People don't need to apologize because, oh, I have to give them my money because it's the only way I can play games. That's fine. Like, there's nothing wrong with wanting to have access to games. What is annoying and what's frustrating is that companies are fucking taking advantage of it. They know you want games. They know you want access to what they have. So they like nickel and dime you and squeeze you for every penny you're worth because that's all they care about. They only care about money. Don't forget GOG and PC as well. On PC as well. They are also trying to preserve games as well. Yeah, I guess GOG. Sorry, they're run by CDP. Is it CDPR? They're run by. Wait, isn't GOG run by CDPR?
Yeah.
Yeah. So at least they're doing that.
I know how much you love them.
I'm very biased in my opinions, but yeah, GOG is doing a great job, guys. I mean, I can admit that as much. I can admit that as much that they're doing a good job with GOG. I just don't like CDPR. Sorry, I've been distracted. Actually, Xbox has mentioned using FPGAS. What is that? First person game. Oh, sorry. I think using what? Am I reading that right? FPGAS to do hardware emulation because software emulation sucks. And they have a perfect 360 software emulator. PlayStation and Xbox are just names. They are both little mini and machines doing the same shit. Yeah, pretty much. Like, it's just frustrating. There was a point in time where I was thinking about getting a PlayStation and an Xbox and a PC so I can have access to all the games. Like, I was literally thinking that. I was like, I want a PlayStation, I'm gonna get an Xbox, and then I'm gonna get a PC. Because, like, I wanted to play all the games. I hated, what is it? The gatekeeping, was it? Console releases? What was it called? It's not console releases. Like, oh god, my brain is drawing a blank. Exclusives, yeah. When they're doing, like, game exclusives all the time everywhere. Like, you can only play this here and you only can play it here. Even though technically it didn't affect their sales at all. So it's like, it would make more money if you sold it on all platforms. No, we want to keep it exclusive. What was I talking about? What was I talking about? Oh, thank you. Oh, Demon Wings. Oh, I don't think anyone's even used that yet. So hold on, give me a second. But yeah, it's ridiculous how far it's gotten. More than power, more than gold. Mm-mm. You gave me your heart, now I'm taking it too. Okay, there we go. But yeah, it's really crazy how far it's gotten. I just wish that things would be better for gamers, you know? You have a mustache, now all you need is Demon Wings to look complete. Well, I took the mustache off, sorry. But yeah, it's just, I wish things were not as crappy as as they are now. Jesus Christ, my throat. Field programmable gate arrays. Oh. Technology is used for hardware-based game emulation, offering a near-perfect recreation of classic gaming systems, unlike software emulators that run on a CPU. Oh, interesting.
Yeah, some of the issues that you have with older games is that the time that passes in the game was set to the CPU's like running code. So if you port those games into a stronger computer that's running like 10,000 times faster than the old one, then the game is unplayable because it's internal clock. It's not like the ball is going from one side of the screen to the other in 10 seconds. No, it's doing that 1,000 times a second. So some games are really limited. So there is some reason why it's not super easy to just plug and play, but some of those are like sort of easy to do if and that's what the emulator's for.
Interesting. It's just, yeah. After all the shit that they've been giving us, it's not even, oh God, they're all just half-assed projects that they don't even give their focus to, and you can tell in the performance of the game. And yet they're telling us emulating a like actually finished games from previous like 10 years ago, 13 years ago. Oh, it's hard to emulate it. I'd rather you guys work on emulation than fucking push out any
Encore.
more. God damn it. Any more pieces of shit. Like, seriously,
Right?
goddamn. I would rather. Oh, yeah. Did I tell you that the people who are making the mortuary assistant, they're making a movie?
Interesting.
So the mortuary assistant, that very scary indie horror game that I tried playing on stream, but I got so freaking scared I couldn't do it by myself. I had to ask a friend to literally stay with me in order to get through it. It was so scary. That's how scary it was. And I'd like to think I'm not that much of a bitch baby, but I was scared. Like, I was legit scared. The atmosphere was too intense for me. I was like barely moving forward to get tasks done because things were like peeking around the corner and looking at me, and I didn't like that. God. But and that like the droning buzz of fluorescent lights in the background, and like you can hear footsteps and giggling and people whispering to you right in your ear, and it's like scary, dude. And like the like it's a mortuary assistant, so you have to prepare dead bodies, and like the dead bodies would move, or they'd be looking at you 1 minute and then you turn around and they're just not looking at you, and it's just like it makes you paranoid, right? And the same people, it's not someone else, They have a director who what is it? I think it's by Blumhouse. It's a good director, but it's the same devs. It's the same devs. So it's the same freaking crazy people who made the game are freaking making it a movie. And I'm like, oh my god. Oh, Honey Dory, thank you for the raid. I appreciate it. Hello, hello. Hi, everybody. Thank you for the raid. I appreciate it. We're just talking about games. And we were talking about
games.
Yeah, we're talking about how the Mortuary Assistant, which is a horror indie game, they're making it into an actual horror movie. And I'm excited because the game was so scary. The movie's going to be the same way. I know. It's going to be a hit. I can tell. They did such a great job. Welcome in, welcome in. Dang, Reaver looks so weird without the mustache to me. Shut sighing. Be quiet. I know I look naturally beautiful with a mustache, but there was too much going on. I felt like on my model. I was like, I had a mustache, I had cat ears and a cat tail, plus the demon wings. I was like, some stuff needed to go. You'll probably also see FPGAs on PC. Would hope Microsoft with compatibility mode in Windows. I mean, yeah, that'd help too. I just wish that, more gaming companies would realize that bringing your old generation games to current gen consoles and stuff, like, it would you'd be making easy money doing that. Hi, Reaver. Hello, Henny Dory. Wait, who is directing the movie? It's not like a big director. Hold on, let me look it up. The Mortuary Assistant movie. Oh, is it gonna be it's gonna be a Netflix movie. Okay. Yeah, get out of here. I don't want to use your AI. Get out of here. The release date for the movie. The release date for the movie adaptation of The Mortuary Assistant is not yet finalized, but filming began in March 2025 with a tentative release planned for Halloween 2025. That's pretty close. Wow. Well, I guess they already have the story planned out in the game itself, so they just need to actually film it. Wait, so who's the director? Oh, dude, even the picture for it looks scary. I know the guy who made the game. Filming is starting with the tentative release date of 2025. Wait, so who was the director? It's not giving me the director. Movie director. Jeremiah Kipp. He is also co-writing the script with the game creator Brian Clark. The movie is a new chapter in the game's story, expanding on the demonic lore and mythology. So are we following the mortuary dude? Because we play as the assistant. So are we gonna be following the mortuary dude? Because he had lore, dude. He had lore. Like, there's like secret endings and stuff, and in one secret ending he was like talking to a demon, and I was like, oh shit. Oh my god, they have some. Okay, wait, what's the cast? Rebecca Owens. He's gonna be Raymond? I don't know, I thought Mark Stecker was gonna be Raymond. Sorry, here I am looking at you. You guys don't even know what I'm looking at. Let's see. Oh, sorry. I gotta move things around. Pardon me. Anyways, Raymond's the name of the mortuary dude. And I thought this guy Mark Steger was gonna be Raymond, but no, apparently he's playing a thing called the Mimic. Paul Sparks is gonna be Raymond. I don't know. He looks more like a Raymond than him, but that's just my 2 cents. Let's look at the cast. I need images. I don't know people's names. Okay, never mind. Okay, never mind. He would make a good Raymond, I guess. Ugh. See, look how rugged. Oh, I don't think you can guys see that. Look how rugged that he somewhat looks in that image. I don't know if you can see it, but yeah, like, look how rugged he looks. He's a rugged man. And yet we're getting this fresh-faced dude right here. Ugh. God, this is just giving me PTSD. Oh wait. Look at this face. Look at this man. He's not trustworthy at all. Look at him. Look at him. He's not trustworthy at all. And he's gonna be our boss. He was our boss. Sorry, it's just I don't know. I feel like you have to like, make him somewhat kind of creepy. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how the movie comes out. I hope the actors do a good job. I know they'll do a good job with like making the story and making the monsters come to life. I just hope that they get good actors to play the characters.
Mommy, monster.
There's a monster.
Mommy.
I know. Wait, who? Oh, yeah. I asked because multiple times an adaptation can live or die depending on who or whom are piloting the ship. Well, the creatives behind the mortuary assistant plus another dude, something Kip. Sorry, I read his name. I should have seen what other backlogs he had under his belt.
Monster. I can't. Monster. I can't.
Jeremiah Kip. Jeremiah.
Mommy, I can't. Mommy,
What, Bubba's?
monster.
The Monster.
Monster. Mommy.
Slap face. Black Wake. Teresa and Allison? Oh, Teresa and Allison don't pick up. Okay, so this director has been doing, it seems like indie movies. Not seen any of these before. But I can't guarantee the quality of the movie. But it looks interesting. I'm excited. I can't wait for it. It's their loss if you think people won't keep sharing these games digitally and making emulators. You're crazy. Then they won't. If they won't, someone else will. I mean, yeah, they keep forgetting that. And that's why Nintendo keeps shutting it down, because they don't like people doing things on their own terms. But I need to go to the restroom. I'll be right back.
Yep. So, excuse me. Oh, my throat. So, I should wait for her to get back here, but we'll talk about this, guys. This is good. Did y'all like Edge Runners? Did y'all like Edge Runners? Because CDPR, I know we're not super happy with them at all times, but they have just made an announcement that they're going to be at the Anime Expo in Los Angeles from the 3rd to the 6th, just a few days away. I wonder what they could be doing there. I wonder what kind of announcement they'll be doing there. Ooh, so exciting. So exciting. So this is quite exciting. I'm very excited to see where this is going. Yeah. super stoked. If we get a second season of Edge Runners, right? I think that's overall a good thing because again, CDPR is not directly involved in it. I'd say that that's not really, that's not really what they're doing with that. So yeah, that's really good. So excited about that. I'm very excited about that. Um yeah. Yeah. I like, where's that going? So yeah, that's super exciting. I can't wait. That should be good news tomorrow. Not tomorrow, like 2 days from now. So yeah, thoughts on that, everybody? Because I'm like, I know some people were like, they really liked the last one. I don't know where the series is at right now, but we'll see. So yeah, very
Everything.
exciting. We're talking about Edge Runners season 2 announcement. Most likely, not
Mm,
confirmed, but most
I don't know.
likely, big announcement
I
coming
don't.
next day or two.
I don't like it when they make a second part to a story that's already finished. Does that make sense? Like it,
Well,
it was
it's
already a
Edge
fit.
Runners.
I know it's
It
Edge
may
Runners,
not.
but it ended in a
It
way that was
may
perfect. Either
for
we're
their
following
story.
either we're following new characters, which I would actually appreciate and love,
Yes,
or
yeah.
we're following the same characters. And I'm like, well, I don't
No,
know. Like,
no. This is everything that I would assume wildly that this is going to be about different characters. It may not necessarily have this, like, obviously the same characters from the first one. It's set in the world of, and the world has a lot of stories to tell, and that's what's exciting about it.
hot take,
Because, like,
hot take. I think Studio Trigger did a better job of adapting cyberpunk as a medium than CDPR.
oh yeah, totally, of course, that's
Yeah.
extremely obvious.
Yeah, I feel like they understood the lore a lot better and executed it a lot better than fucking CDPR did. But yeah,
Hmm.
that's why, like, literally, Studio Trigger put Cyberpunk 2077 on the map because after their whole, what's it, the shitstorm of the first of when it released, gave them such a bad rap. And then when Edge Runners finally released, it got new eyes on the game. But at that point, I think it was like somewhat fixed by that point, I think. And some people ended up liking it. But I remember the first day. I was there. I was there when the battle happened. But yeah, I don't know. I trust Studio Trigger to do a good job because they know how to write stories and stuff, and they
Yeah,
understand the lore.
Trigger is very good at what they do, and I think that they're except for when they're writing about dinosaurs, and then
What was that about dinosaurs? What?
maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not. Just saying. Maybe not the best when it comes to that. So yeah.
Yeah. But oh yeah, aren't they coming out with a new? They're like coming out with like a mini game to Cyberpunk 2077. Like it's like Cyberpunk 2.3 or some like new project that they're working on. Is it like connected to I assume it's connected to Cyberpunk in some way, but is it like a new game or is it like a big update or is like what are they do you have any idea what it is? Have they said?
I I don't think anything's out of the bag on that stuff yet. So
Mm,
we probably have to wait a little bit more.
yeah, they're making a big stink about it, so I assume it's something big. Uh,
I think it could be, it may be, it might be. I don't know. We'll like I said, we'll see. I'm not positive on it.
mm.
So
Oh, you must like Cowboy Bebop then? I don't know, isn't Blumhouse the one that did the new Halloween trilogy? I don't think it was Blumhouse who did that. But Cowboy Bebop? Yeah, Cowboy Bebop's a really good anime.
Hey, I will say it.
You want what, Bubba's?
Yeah.
Oh. Let's see. Was there anything else? Apparently Nexus Mods was acquired by Chosen, a company focused on growth and monetization of gaming startups. Oh boy. So Nexus Mod. Oh yeah. Nexus Mods got bought up by a company that's heavily into monetization of everything. So yay.
I am very worried. Very worried.
Also, Bungie has delayed Marathon from its previously planned September 23 release date to an unannounced date. A new release date will be announced this fall. It will be available for
Heavens to Betsy. Who saw that coming?
for PlayStation 5's, Xbox Series, and PC via Steam when it launches. Yep. And then they're gonna cancel it. Because they always do this. Oh yeah, Nintendo just shut down Woke Hollywood Zelda Link movie filming. Is it true about a male actor wanting to play Zelda?
Yep. Some person with like a large following was trying to push that. I don't think they're anywhere close to like. I don't think that was something that was ever going to happen. I just think it was like, somebody like claiming, "Oh, yes, I would be perfect to do this." That kind of thing, right? Like I think it was a ploy. Let's be perfectly honest. I'm pretty sure it was a ploy. And I don't think it was
It would have
taken seriously by
yeah.
anybody. Yeah.
It's just a new update. Oh, okay. Is it gonna introduce more content for the romances? Is it gonna introduce more quality of life for the RPG aspect of it that they promised the first moment it was released? How many years ago? How long has it been? Let me see. Hold on. Cyberpunk 2077 release. It released 5 years ago. I'm just saying, still haven't seen some content update that affects the story in some way besides that one Phantom Liberty DLC. Don't mind me, I'm just spicy. Oh yeah, apparently Switch 2s are starting to brick. And it's getting worse. So
I did see a lot of people complaining about that. I hope Nintendo hasn't just shot themselves in the foot a lot.
I'm not surprised that they did this. I'm not surprised. You have no idea how many times I keep reiterating these companies. You have no idea how much control these companies have over their systems and over their games. Nothing is an accident. Hopefully, Second Season Edge Runners focuses on different characters in different place to explore more of the lore itself. That would be awesome. I know, right? Gotta go. Good night, everyone, and take care. Okay, bye, Lazy Clay Gamer. Have a good one. Thank you for stopping by.
Thank you for coming.
You are
Have fun storming the castle. That speaking of second iterations, Princess Bride is getting a sequel. And
What?
I will say, my name is Obsidian.
Mario.
If you
Mario.
screw this up,
Wow.
prepare
It's
to
a
die.
Mario.
It's Mario, yeah. Sorry, I ruined it.
Did you
I'm
ever
sorry.
see the Princess Bride?
Not fully. I've seen clips here and there. I'm sure I watched it once when I was younger, but I don't remember
Mm-hmm.
all of it.
Yeah. It's a great movie. You should definitely check it out. It's honestly like top tier.
Yeah.
Give me a... Mommy.
Let me see.
Mommy, give me a...
Uh,
Mikey,
oh yeah,
give me
they're
a...
bringing old Xbox games. Oh yeah, what was the Jordan Peterson clip? What's his take on video games? Are video games bad?
Give me a...
I think it's like run of the mill, like middle road. Like it's like I saw him interview a expert in digital education. So like education primarily aimed at kids. And that guy said that games are extremely unhealthy for developing like kids. Like we're talking like between the ages of like 2 because you don't really play games before you're 2 and like 8 years old. Like like it starts to decrease at the 8-year-old mark. So it's like kids playing a little bit of video games when they're between the ages of like I would say 6 and up, it starts to get better for them, but you have to regulate it very strongly. You have to like limit their full exposure to it. You have to reduce the total number of hours that they're spending on it because they can overdo it with ease. And you don't want to have a kid overdo that kind of stuff because it's very very problematic. So so yeah, it's if that's what people are referring to, that's sort of what kind of happened more recently. I
I
don't
mean,
know. I
his
can't
clip's right here. Should
like
I just play the
guarantee it.
audio?
Oh, I didn't know you had a clip lined up.
Oh no, you're the one
Cool.
who put the clip in the chat, so I was like, oh, I assumed he watched it.
Oh,
So
did I?
yeah,
You're talking about that clip.
yeah, just a short.
W-
Do you want me to play it?
let me pull it up. No, I'll yeah, this is the one. So video games are not as harmful to boys as it is to girls.
Huh?
Video games for boys when they're young, we're talking like
Oh,
pre-10,
oh yeah.
is far more.
I didn't get into gaming until I was like 18.
So boys get a lot of direct benefits from video games. Girls do not get nearly as much.
Ah, interesting.
So so in the clip, he talks about how video games for boys are synchronous, where they play games, they develop a challenge, and they also social bond at the same time at a higher degree than girls do.
Interesting. Okay.
Especially
I
during
mean,
isolation times. Yeah.
it kind of makes sense because
Now
gaming was
in
more
this
of a. Oh, sorry.
yeah, so in this comparison though, I should reiterate, they're also comparing it heavily with social media. So things like Facebook and Twitter and um like the Instagrams, that kind of stuff. So and they're talking in this particular clip they end up talking a little bit about it a little bit more when they're older. But basically, again, another clinical proof because this guy, it's not Jordan Peterson. He's doing the interview with the guy who's a clinical researcher on in this field, and what he said is that video games are healthy for young boys, for kids who when it's based around positive social interaction. It gets incredibly negative when it is mostly built around a social interaction in social media where you can where kids don't aren't held to account for what they say and do. So for girls, that tends to be like they tend to like regress to like a bullying type person very quickly as soon as they get upset with somebody. So when they get upset with somebody, they start targeting them in a hostile way using the anonymity of social media online to dig at somebody. And that was, I feel that was really interesting, and it makes me kind of think that there's been a lot of discussion about banning kids from the internet, like from having like social media pages, stuff like that. And I think I agree with it. I think until you're like 17, 18, I really don't think you should have social any form of social media, like any accounts, anything like that. You can have gaming accounts where you play with other people, where you interact with other people, but like in a fairly friendly basis. I think that's fine, and I think that's what the research here shows, and I think that's pretty cool for that to come out through this way of interaction.
Douglas said, "Oh my God, are you saying boys and girls are different?"
Yeah, yeah, shocker, right? Like, yeah, who knew boys and girls could be different?
uh,
It's weird. It's weird that we have to say that.
yeah. We keep like we're all the same, but we're not.
Hmm.
Uh, Douglas said they aren't going to make any more DLC for, I assume, Cyberpunk. Think they are working already on Cyberpunk 2. Well, you say that, but then they're busting out a new DLC for Witcher 3 that came out 10 years ago, so you never know. Uh yeah, because you lease a Switch 2, you don't own it, so they're gonna break it. Okay. Okay, so they're just gonna break it. They're gonna see, this is what I'm talking about this is why the initiative is so important. It's to get eyes on the gaming industry and how much they're forking over the consumer base. Like, it's ridiculous. They can just free, like, this is, we're trying to, we only, as far as I know, at least in the EU, we're only trying to fix two problems out of a massive buttload of problems of the gaming industry. Because there's companies that freeze your account if they don't like the stuff that you said, and it's not even like was it major stuff. It's like you accidentally said garlic bread once and it just gets you banned for some reason, and now you can't have access to your games anymore. Like, it makes no sense. Like, it's not like, it's just, oh wait, never mind, that was a totally different thing. Someone said, like, oh wait, I got confused, oh no, I got confused. Oh no. So what the whole drama was with that was that someone was like, I got banned because I said garlic bread. But then I think Sony actually went into the accounts and it showed like he did not say garlic bread. He said a very egregious word that broke
Shocker.
broke TOS, and yeah, that, and then now it became a meme in the community of saying, like, calling people garlic bread. And it's like they leaned into the meme, and they like actually made it like it was in a co-op game, and they like leaned into it in the co-op game, like I think named one of one of the characters like garlic bread or something, and like they were like really leaning into it, and that was funny. But yeah, I got confused on that. But what I'm saying is that, like, not even that, like, there's this, oh god, I know there were instances where people were locked out of their account and they didn't even do anything, and I think it's because like they were playing a game, and like, can they do that? Like, if you play a game, can you get can your a Sony account get reported, and they can like ban you even if it's a false allegation?
Depends. I mean that's the problem that we have with these companies is they constantly are doing things that are extremely not helpful to, you know, s- like like Sony bans randomly and then they kind of laugh at it sometimes, and yeah, that's kind of messed up.
Mm. But yeah, the fact that they can do that is concerning. And like, what is it? They also started, if I remember correctly, they also started banning people if you like talk negatively about certain Sony products. And they started banning people and like silencing them and stuff. Or like, I could be wrong though. This has been a while since people were talking about it. This happened like a while ago, guys. Like a year or two ago, and my memory already is like a goldfish, so I can't remember everything. But uh, there was like people were like noticed that Sony would like to censor people and then start banning people here and there if they say something egregious against Sony, not necessarily a bad thing in general, but if you say something egregious against Sony, they start banning you. Uh, Nintendo following in the same footsteps isn't a surprise to me because, or wasn't Nintendo doing that? Was Nintendo like starting to like, no, no, I don't, no, I think it was Sony that was doing that. Sony has like a trigger finger when it comes to like closing out people's accounts, but yeah, I'm not surprised Nintendo is also following in those footsteps because they're going down a dark road of what is it? They were already going down a dark road with like keeping a tight grip on their IPs to the point where they don't allow any fan access at all. Like they don't allow. Wait, do they sue you for fan art? I don't think it's gone that far. But I wouldn't be surprised if they would go that far.
Yeah, there are a few companies that have a bad habit of.
Oh yeah, didn't you know that
Yeah.
Warhammer 40K is starting to attack fans for like any fan based content, like at all, any fan based content.
They have not been very good recently. That is 100%
they
true.
told people not to make cosplays, not to like make any symbols of the legions. They're like cleaning house, and I think they blatantly said that they're cleaning house and they of like old time fans, and they're like redoing it because they're like redoing their brand and attract
because that worked so well for Doctor Who.
Wizard of the Coast.
That worked so well for what Doctor Who and Wizards
D&D.
of the Coast and all these other people. It's like, yeah, that's brilliant, you absolute kids.
Sorry, I have a crying child in front of me. Give me a second.
Yeah, so it's one of those things that are definitely a massive problem. So yeah. The idea that you can refresh and change out your entire fan base, I don't think that's ever been done before outside of like sports leagues moving to new cities, and that is something that is not, I have the hiccups right now like crazy. That is not something that has gone over very well at all. And part of me really wonders, like, who in the world came up with this idea, and why would you come up with this idea? Like, this is a terrible idea. But all right, I guess this is what they want to do. Like, okay, good luck. Like, legitimately, good luck. That is definitely not going to end well. Oh my. Um, I don't know if they're actually doing that for Warhammer that much though, because it's suicidal, and I think everybody who's got a brain knows that. So again, exactly where that comes out to or what it does is a very, very good question. That is a very good question. Um,
I'm just saying that they really are shooting. I'm just reiterating what you're saying. Like they're literally shooting themselves in the foot by cutting off the fan base. And
yeah,
did you know that when Nintendo was suing like Power World and stuff, they were trying to get like Xbox, and so they're trying to get Xbox and Sony to go with them, but Xbox and Sony surprisingly didn't join Nintendo and suing Power World. Uh, because they know that like any type of fan backlash was gonna like. Oh wait, what is it? When it came to fan content and stuff, Nintendo would ask Sony and Xbox to also get involved, but they're like, nah, we actually like our fans to like us. At least they had some pre-sight in that. Pre-sight. What? Okay, go.
Okay. I want to put it in my dad.
Joke's on them, I played Nice Hammer 80k. Oh my.
Mommy, I know my dad. Put on my dad.
It's sad we live in a world where we have to tell people social media life isn't real. Yeah, there's such thing as being chronically online. I can't believe that's even a term, but you know, what have we
Yeah,
gotten?
people are just, I know the term. Yeah, and it is very accurate. Sad but accurate. Um so just to hit back with the diagnosis on like gaming and stuff like that. Of course addiction is an issue. Um Whenever you have, I mean, everything can become an addiction, right?
Yeah.
Like I knew a guy who destroyed his teeth because he was brushing his teeth 28 times a day.
Oh boy.
Now, whether you call that an obsession or an addiction, I don't know, but it's one of those things where it's like everything, it has to be in moderation. You have to learn, and of course we have this issue, right? As gamers and as people who are interested in the in that are into that kind of a thing. It's like, of course we're desperate, we have a habit, or we can have a bad habit of getting too much into the games. So it is one of those things where it's like, yeah, but at the same time it's like, I think what we're seeing and what we get out of the positivity of it is probably pretty good and pretty like high. If you can learn to balance it properly, which is what they were saying in the thing. It's like if you can keep the addiction from controlling you, which is what you should do with every kind of thing that you encounter, whether it's a vice, direct vice, or whether it's a or whether it's sort of like a side thing. It's like, yeah, those that's a little bit different in those categories. So
Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot I posted an article talking about how Peak is getting so popular. It passes Marvel Rivals and Call of Duty in player base,
yeah,
in
yeah.
player
I,
count.
I, I thought we mentioned that while we were covering it, but yeah,
Yeah, I didn't realize
that
it
is
was that popular.
fascinating.
I was like, oh, it's gonna be like
Yeah,
Schedule One. No, it's exactly like Schedule One. I was like, oh shit, okay.
yeah. No, it's been extreme. Like, it really surprised me when I saw it, and again, I have no idea why, because I don't know why people are so interested in mountain climbing experiences right now. But I mean, hey, it's a
Careful,
good.
Bubba's.
That's a good game. That's a good gaming experience for people to play. It's like that is completely fine.
Yeah, let's climb a mountain. Let's climb a mountainside, even though there's many unfortunate incidences involved with mountain climbing. Let's go. I'm inspired by games. uh Apparently Microsoft is planning major Xbox layoffs next week. Well, I posted that on the 24th, so yeah, this is a couple days ago. So yeah, and apparently next week they're gonna announce major layoffs at Xbox, because I don't think they have a solid plan. Side, I think they were buying up
I
studios left
don't.
and right, and
Yeah,
I don't think they
I
had
think
a
you're right. Maybe I know that they have like an idea of a plan, and that a lot of the things that they have been doing have been working. Like their play recently has been really, really, really good for what they've been doing as far as the idea around what do you call it? Like the way that they're bringing the games to as many platforms as they can. They're not doing the exclusive route. That's a good thing. That's a good thing, period. I think that that's a brilliant thing, and I would say that I think that's the game winning thing to do if they want to, you know, blah, 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 if they want to run the board, essentially. Kind of a trippy way of saying it, but yeah, it's like if they're wanting to run the board, and they're wanting to like have all the success with their titles, not necessarily just their machine, then that's another good example of like where what they're doing, and they're possibly doing it like really, 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 really well. So like congratulations on that for sure.
Mm.
Because that's good. It's like
Yeah.
we like that. Yeah.
I don't know. It just seemed like they were like. It seemed like they had a plan, but it just didn't go according to plan. Do you know what I mean? Like they were.
Yeah.
It just doesn't make sense to me that they were like buying up multiple studios. Did they? Not only did they buy up multiple studios, which takes a lot of money, but they also dismantled a studio that was doing well. It wasn't even failing, it was doing well, and they decided to dismantle it. And I'm like,
Right.
what are you
Right.
what are you guys doing? Like God. Like I understand what they were trying to do, but some of the decisions just. Oh, thank you for the stretch redeem. So Calceb, but it's like it's like they're really they're just pretending to have it all together. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Ow, my lower
No,
back.
there's definitely a feeling of that.
They're like, we totally have it under control. We have a plan, but then things start falling apart very quickly.
Right. It's like, yeah, but do you?
You sure about that?
Like, are you sure about that? Because I don't know. That is an interesting theory. A game theory.
Did you know they trademarked that?
Yes, they did. Yeah, that's why you can't use it excessively or directly as part of like some kind of a thing. But and I dislike that, by the way. I'm that is
It's like what is it? Copywriting happy birthday. It's like
yeah, it's
everyone uses it, but it's more of a meme thing, not like trying to steal your IP thing. Does that make sense?
yeah.
Like people meme about it all the time. And it's like, are you gonna sue people for memeing about it? Like I don't know. Don't we constantly make jokes about that too? Like I feel like we've used that a couple of times already. So it's like I don't know. When it comes to copyright, the laws are kind of annoying, or at least the rules are kind of annoying once you like copyright something. Oh yeah, it reminds me of when was it Taylor Swift was trying to like copyright a word. I forgot what it was, but it was like a
Yeah,
word
they're
that
not
is
the only person to do that.
like it's just one word that is used in the English language, and it's like you can't copyright a word because then you're gonna just are you gonna sue people who uses the word in everyday sentence? Like it doesn't make sense. What? 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 What's that? What's that? Wow. Fine. Oh yeah, so what is it? Square collapsed. I assume Square Enix they're talking about. Square collapsed after Final Fantasy creator Hironobu Sakaguchi left, says composer Nobuo Uematsu.
It's a hippie.
What?
It's a hippie.
You got it, Bubbles. You don't need my help. But yeah, apparently the composer of Final Fantasy said that the whole thing collapsed after the creator left. Do you agree with that?
What thing? What thing is?
For Final Fantasy, the composer for Final
I
Fantasy
saw.
said that the
saw.
studio collapsed the moment that
saw.
Final Fantasy director left.
Hey, I saw.
Good job, Bubba. High five.
Begin.
He said
Okay,
Square.
interesting.
He said Square collapsed, which I assume he means Square Enix. Wait, does Square Enix make Final Fantasy games?
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out like in what context he's talking about here. But I mean, I guess that makes sense.
He said situation at Square was awful after he quit. Final Fantasy creator Sakaguchi joined Uematsu on the podcast Nobio to Ishoni earlier this month, where they discussed their time together at Square Enix. Why did they keep saying Square? Is it Square Enix that they're talking about?
Yeah, Square Enix. Yeah.
They just keep saying Square. They're not saying Enix. They're just...
Yeah, well, they probably just say Square all the time. Like it's probably just the way that they.
In the
reference
80s, yeah, they said their time together working at Square, in the 80s and 90s. Sakaguchi resigned in 2001. Damn, really? That was 24 years ago. Jesus. Before officially leaving Square in 2003, along with other key members of the company, ahead of its merger with rival Enix that same year. Okay, that's why it's called Square Enix, is a merger of two companies. Oh.
Yes. Okay. And this is talking about stuff from like 20 years ago, not something recent. I was so confused on that. I'm like, what are they talking about? Like, I don't get this at all.
Yeah. Okay. Now it all makes sense. Square collapsed after Sakaguchi left. To put it simply, he's the big boss. Always has been and always will be. You know, that's kind of sad. Uematsu described Square in its formative years as more like a club of university students than a serious company, but Sakaguchi was able to manage the work even in that kind of environment. He added, we didn't even have a proper corporate organization yet. Okay, we didn't have proper corporate organization, yet everybody listened to him. It's a kind of quality you just have to be born with. Oh, he had like natural leadership skills. That's admirable.
Yeah.
Uematsu called Sakaguchi a leader. He may have been bossy and strict, but he was able to attract the people around him. Uematsu continued, maybe Sakaguchi isn't aware of this, but the situation at Square was awful after he quit. He left and the organization suddenly collapsed. I thought to myself, oh no, I should get away from here. That's so sad.
Yeah, that is kind of crappy.
It sucks to lose such good leadership, dude. If I had such a admirable leader in my company, and if they left, dude, I'd be like, no, take me with you. I don't want to stay.
Yeah, I think they were probably. I'm gonna go out on a limb and assume that they were suffering some kind of burnout or something like that. I think that probably is what that's coming from.
I can only assume that the moment that the corporation took over, they made everything less creative. Like do you know what I mean? You know how they say what executive executive interference? Yeah, executive interference. That's a term that people use because executives feel the need to boss people around, and in a creative environment, that's very frustrating because, you know what I mean? Because they always want to control things and like cut things out and stuff like that, and it just doesn't work with story flow or when it comes to artists, you know? Like, artists are very free spirited, and yes, they have some form of organization, but when you have like a corporate asshole, Bubs. Okay. Hey, no.
What?
That's not a toy, Bubba's. But you have these corporate assholes who are like, well, I'm not a creative, so I'm gonna tell you how to make a game. And it's like, oh my god. Do you know what I mean? Like, she Bainu 4455. Hey, you react to music in your streams? Do I react to music in my streams? I sing very loudly to music in my streams. I'm not a very good singer. You mean Squaresoft? Oh. Bet you the hardware team is gone? Oh. Fun game fact, Hello Kitty Island Adventure became a real game because of the World of Warcraft South Park episode. What? Thank you, Bubbas.
You're welcome.
But yeah, that's sad to see. Reaver is one of the best singers. Thank you, SoCal Sam. I appreciate it. I like to annoy people with my terribly singing on purpose and my normal singing. Oh yeah, apparently PlayStation is going to gain more control over their studios. I didn't know you could lose control of your studios, and I would assume you wouldn't let them go in the first place, but apparently PlayStation let studios off easy, now they're taking control. And it's like, well, maybe you shouldn't have done that in the first place. What made you think they had a good handle of the situation? Like, I don't know. Like, that's such a...
What? Where the heck?
Bubba's.
Where's that?
But yeah, apparently they gave the studios a little too much leeway to the point where I don't know what they're doing anymore. So now PlayStation is like, okay, apparently we need to step in. And it's like, well, where were you? I don't know. I think they're coming up with excuses because, like I keep saying, it's not like these companies aren't aware of what happens in their studios. They are very much aware. It's just that they don't care. You know what I mean? Wasn't PlayStation the one who was making Concord? Sony, PlayStation, they're the same, right?
Yep. Yep. They pumped that giant piece of garbage out.
Yeah, so they know, they are very aware of what they make and what they create. It's just now they're like, okay, we let you guys off too easy. Now we're gonna take control. Not like you didn't already have control and we're allowing them to do this in the first place, but whatever. Don't let them gaslight you guys. They have massive control over the things that happen in their company and in their studio. You have no idea. And they act like they weren't involved in any of it. Sure. Okay, guys. Square Company, also known under its international brand name Squaresoft. Oh, okay. I thought you were making a Ubisoft joke. My bad. But yeah. Is there anything else you want to talk about, Saib?
No, I think that covers it. There are more. I did mention when you were away. I did mention the Capcom game showcase was this week. Didn't see anything too big. It was mostly just about their fighting game and some other like mid-tier stuff, like blah.
Okay. All right. Did you want to plug anything in before we skedaddle?
Ash is finally doing a lot better. He is finally moving on to some exciting projects that we've got rolling. So yeah, that's very cool, very exciting. So yeah, other than that, we'll be getting like new content in and through and down the road, and it'll be very exciting at some point. So yeah.
Ooh, sounds exciting. Oh yeah.
And we do have we are working right now on getting the book, my book series. We are definitely working on getting that. We are pushing that out the door, not out the door. We're pushing that into live narration. So I think I mentioned that last week, but yeah, it's going great. It's very exciting. I'm super excited about all of this stuff.
Well, I'm super excited to see what, you guys got in store for all of us. So, looking forward to it.
Mhm.
All right. Thank you guys for joining us. I hope you guys have a good day or night wherever you're at. I won't start streaming until Wednesday. We're gonna have a huge, I'm gonna have a huge scheduling overhaul now that I'm more available to stream. So I'm gonna start streaming a little bit earlier than I normally do, and I'm gonna start on Wednesday. I don't know. It's subject to change. I'm trying to get adjusted to my new, life as it is right now. But yeah, yeah. I hope you guys have a good one. Good night, Miss Reaver. Have a lovely evening. Of course. You guys have a good evening or a good morning or a good afternoon. And we'll see you guys next time. Goodbye. Go, guys. Wow.